describe the emotions after this one in the locker room and everything that this entailed?
Yeah, obviously, this was the last time that this group was able to go out there on the field together, and we wanted to make the most of it, make the opportunities that we had, make the can't even talk.
Can you email us the quotes?
Take your time. Are you sick? No, really. Are you sick?
It's cold. We just wanted to make the most of our opportunities together, and I'm just proud of the guys that we were able to stay together this week and put together a good plan and then be out there on the field and compete at a high level. I didn't feel like there was any guys who really took it off or lowered the intensity, so it's a way better feeling to win a game like this for sure.
What's it like having Gunner in there, and do you have any quarterback tips for him to set his feet differently?
Shoot, I feel bad for him and Chris on that one. I know they both want that back, but Gunner played a great game, and he was very prepared all throughout the week. He's a guy in the locker room that everybody loves, and I knew that him coming up and filling a role this week, I knew that I was going to get everything that he had, and he's just a guy that competes at a really high level, who you can trust, who's going to give it his all. So I was proud and happy that he was able to get 100 today. But yeah, we got to talk about that throw for sure. We can't let that slide.
Can you talk about how would you describe what you had to do on the play for Daniel Bellinger to score the touchdown?
Oh yeah, just had like a double-sided screen fake to one side, and the guy got upfield fast, so I was like, crap, I got to make something happen here. And he kind of like got my face mask, so made me stumble a little bit, and I knew that he was kind of a little scotch-free, so just tried to give him an opportunity, and he got his knees up when he was running, so he looked good scoring that touchdown, and was happy for him, and it was a good play for our team.
Delivery there. What is that? That's a.
Just got to make it happen. Tried to. Got to flip it.
Jaxson, have you been able to build a relationship with John Maris since you've been here, and what does it mean to win this one for him?
Yeah, obviously he's going through a lot, so the fact that he shows up for us, still comes to the facility to work, and he loves ball, he loves this organization, he gives it everything that he has, and from my perspective and everybody around here just has the utmost respect for him and is rooting for him and praying for him, and I just think that he's a special individual, and to continue to support us while he's going through probably the hardest time of his life right now, it just says a lot.
Obviously, you're relatively new.
What was it like to see him be involved?
Yeah, it was sweet. It was just a good moment for us as a team, and for him to be the leader of our organization for sure. So I was definitely happy for that.
Obviously, you're relatively new, and he's dealing with what he's dealing with. How much have you been able to build a relationship with him?
Yeah, we talk like when we have the opportunities. When he's at the facility, and we are texting each other as well. So it's been cool to create that relationship between each other, even though he's going through this. And like I said, I have the utmost respect for him. And at the end of the day, he's the head of everything and bringing me in here. So I was happy that we were able to finish this season with a win.
Can you talk about the connection with Tyrone Tracy?
Yeah, Tracy's a baller. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything, and he's just a back that's so dependable in the pass game, in the run game, and does a good job in protections as well. And he's a really positive spirit throughout the locker room too. So I've loved growing a relationship with him, and we know that we're going to play with each other for a long time. So this was just a stepping stone for us of what we see our future like. So I was happy for him being able to reach that benchmark today as well.
It's been a long losing streak against the Cowboys and against Dak Prescott specifically. How does it feel for you to be a part of snapping that streak, those streaks?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what the streak is.
9 games, I believe.
Really?
Regular season
9 games.
14 against Dak.
That's crazy. Well, that's good. snap that for sure. Dak's a hell of a player, and I know that the rivalry between the Cowboys and the Giants go way back. So it was definitely a good week of prep for us to come out and to put on the performance that we did. And at the same time, I haven't been a part of that. So hopefully that we can get things back on track.
Jaxson, I know you're always team first, but how satisfied is it for you? How good is it for you to finish the year strong? 2 wins, you playing really well, heading into the off-season program.
Yeah, it's definitely a better feeling than it being flipped. But I'm confident in myself every time I step on the field. I feel like I'm a player who can shift the game and change it in a way for our team to win, and that's just the kind of confidence that I have from how I prepare each and every day, how I compete. So I was proud of being able to bounce back from that Minnesota game and to have 2 solid weeks to come out with wins going into this off season, and things are going to change here. So we're going to start doing this a lot more.
Why do you say that? What makes you so certain things are going to change here? Like, what makes you feel like that you're heading in that direction?
Because there's no other option. That's how I see it. I'm not gonna lead in a way that's not having the highest expectation in mind with everybody around me. And I know that we have guys in place that have that same mindset. And Abdul gave a talk at the end of us breaking it down as well. So we just have that energy and that outlook that it's just the only way that it can go.
Jaxson, there have been a number of quarterbacks now, specifically this year, who went through their issues as rookies. Caleb Williams, Drake May, turned it around. Both those guys are headed to the playoffs. I mean, is that, I know you're confident the turnaround is, but is that what your focus is, that this doesn't have to be a 3-4 year rebuild? You guys can do it next year?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we can't accept what happened this year to happen ever again. And I'm excited for the off season to grow that culture and help put my hand in it. But it's going to have me and everybody else sick that that we're going to be having to watch other teams play, and we got to make sure that we don't let that happen again.
What was the highlight of the season for you? What's your favorite part?
I don't know if I can point out one moment. I would just say probably just like the relationships that I built here, from my teammates to the coaches to everybody involved in the organization. There's just a lot of really good people here, and I don't think that you don't really know what you're stepping into at times, going up from college to the NFL, because you hear it's more business, like the locker room's different. But I've just been really impressed by the type of character that we have in this organization, and just grateful to be able to make those relationships for a lifetime.
Jaxson, I know you've been focused on your primary job, professional job, but have you been sneaking a peek at your alma mater, and what do you think their bowl chances?
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're rolling. I'm excited. I'm gonna be at the game, this next one in Arizona, and supporting those guys. And they got a squad, and they got a lot of guys who are playing with a chip on their shoulder and with a purpose. So I'm excited to see them go make a run at it, and it's going to be a really cool thing to be able to experience from the outside.
Jaxson, in talking about the touchdown pass to Bellinger said that there's just something about you that makes believing impossible is possible. From your perspective, what about your game or your personality or how you approach things allows other people to believe in you?
That's very nice for him to say. I just try to give everything that I have when I'm on the field. I try to be a spark. And I definitely want people to believe, because I believe, and I think that's really the biggest thing. Is I have the utmost confidence, regardless of who's playing today. We had offensively, it wasn't like we went out there with our our starters. We had a lot of guys down, and I just have the utmost confidence in all the guys around me to make plays, and I try to give that belief to everybody around me. And I just want the guys to know that regardless of the situation, I'm going to give it my all to win a game. and that was very nice of him to say.